I'm Jacob, Regional Manager and 3D Printing Expert here at BCN3D. In this first episode, we'll be taking a look at a material called PAHT CF15. It's a polyamide-based material reinforced with chopped carbon fibers, and it's massively popular within applications in aerospace and automotive thanks to its high stiffness and rigidity. In this video, we'll take a look at the definition of the material, the specifications, applications, different variations, and then we'll talk about why BCN3D's solution is ideal for PAHT CF15. So firstly, let me explain exactly what PAHT CF15 is. PA stands for polyamide, otherwise commonly known by its brand name nylon. HT just stands for high temperature. CF stands for carbon fiber, in this case chopped. And the 15 represents the percentage load. So put all of those things together and we have a 15% loaded chopped carbon fiber reinforced nylon material, which has great strength, fatigue resistance, and fantastic dimensional stability. Let's take a look at some of the mechanical properties of PAHT CF15. PAHT CF15 has several specifications that make it an excellent choice for industrial applications. It has a tensile strength of 103 megapascals, which is much higher than that of regular nylon filaments. Its flexural modulus is 8.25 gigapascals, making it one of the stiffest nylon filaments available for filament 3D printing. It also has a heat deflection temperature of 145 degrees, which makes it the highest temperature filament within the BCN3D portfolio, and perfect for applications requiring temperature resistance. Being a polyamide-based material, PAHT CF15 is naturally chemically resistant, making it ideal for use on the shop floor where it can come into contact with things like coolants, lubricants, and adhesives. Now let's take a look at some applications. Due to the mechanical and thermal properties that we've just taken a look at, PAHT CF15 is ideal for use in many different industrial settings: automotive, aerospace, rail and manufacturing, just to name a few. Thanks to its high stiffness and strength, parts that require high load bearing capacity are ideal for this material. Thanks to its great fatigue resistance, it's also ideal for parts that undergo cyclic loading. And thanks to its high dimensional stability, parts that require the tightest of tolerances are catered for by this material. We're seeing more and more users begin to replace their machined toolings, jigs and fixtures with PAHT CF15. Components that are traditionally machined from stock aluminium can be extremely expensive to produce, and if the properties of this material suffice, then the cost savings involved in moving that manufacturing to 3D printing, especially with BCN3D's IDEX technology, can be huge. In the automotive industry, RMC Motorsport has been using their Epsilon W27 to produce end-use parts for their N5 rally cars. They've produced air intakes, brackets, solenoid covers, and many other components, all of which were printed with PAHT CF15. Thanks to their Epsilon, they've experienced reductions of 95% in production times and more than 40% cost savings versus their traditional manufacturing methods. PAHT CF15 is just one of the many variations of chopped fiber reinforced materials available on the 3D printing market for FFF. There are so many different types of carbon fiber reinforced materials available, it's super important to understand the differences. Firstly, you have milled fiber. This is a lot finer than chopped fiber and is commonly used rather than to add structural strength or stiffness to the material, actually to add improvements in surface finish. So some of the cheaper materials you'll see on the market which advertise carbon fiber reinforcement, the primary function of that milled fiber is to improve the surface finish and give it a lovely matte surface. Then there's chopped fiber, which is where our material PAHT falls. The primary focus of the chopped fiber is to improve the structural integrity, the stiffness and the rigidity of the material. We could spend quite a lot of time talking about the different sizes of strands, the different carbon fiber types, but maybe we'll save that for another video. Nylon isn't the only material that you can reinforce with chopped fiber. You'll often see materials like ABS, polycarbonate, and even PET reinforced with chopped fibers too. And then on top of that, you can have continuous fibers. You'll see that from some other manufacturers. This is where they're combining a chopped or milled reinforced material with continuous strands to massively increase the strength in a particular axis. BCN3D Epsilon 3D printers are an excellent choice for printing with high performance technical materials like PAHT CF15. Thanks to the fully enclosed printing chamber that can reach an ambient temperature of around 60 degrees, we can guarantee printing results right the way through the print job. The Epsilon W50 has a build volume of 50 litres, meaning that we can produce technical parts on a big scale just like this. BCN3D's Epsilon W27 and W50 both make use of our signature independent dual extrusion system, IDEX. IDEX allows us to double your productivity thanks to being able to use both printheads simultaneously. In mirror mode, you can produce a left and a right component at the same time, for example, the wing mirror housings of a car. In duplication mode, you can simply double the amount of parts that you want to print without sacrificing any printing time. The Epsilon Smart Cabinet is available to guarantee the humidity control of your materials. Especially with printing materials like PAHT, which are susceptible to moisture absorption, this is critical. We need to ensure that our printing materials are always kept in optimal conditions to guarantee best printing results. The Smart Cabinet also features an uninterruptible power supply, which means that your prints are guaranteed even with short power outages. Finally, we have a fiber pack. The fiber pack is an add-on which contains everything an Epsilon user needs to get started with fiber 3D printing, such as PAHT CF15 material, Hot End X, the Magigoo bed adhesive, and a guide on how to best make use of these materials. All of this is available from BCN3D, so feel free to check out our website for more information on that. So let's summarize. PAHT CF15 is the most high-performing material in the Epsilon product range. Thanks to its extreme stiffness and temperature resistance, it's perfect for your most demanding applications. Coupled with the BCN3D ecosystem consisting of the Epsilon printers, the Smart Cabinet, Stratos slicing software, and the BCN3D cloud, we're offering a solution which guarantees great results and cost-effective manufacturing. Thank you very much for watching this first episode of Filament Focus. I hope you found it interesting and helpful. Please be sure to tune in to our next episode, where we're going to be taking a look at another key material for the Epsilon printers, ABS. See you next time.